My name is Dan Bilak. I'm one of your 4 co-hosts, along with
Andrew Dewitt. How's everybody doing out there? I just went, oh, ooga!
You had us fooled. Hey guys, it's Ryan O'Neal. Boy, yo, 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 yo.
Faked me out. I false started, dude.
Always wait for the boy-yo-yoing.
I just want to say, if I'm rocking the microphone, somebody say Ramon.
Ramon.
Thank you. This is the Danish. That was from Beat Street, Grandmaster Flash. Breakdancing movie.
Was he playing a guy named Ramon in that movie? I don't.
What
really
happened
get
in the
that.
movie is Ramon was a tagger, and he went down into the subway, and he was tagging a wall, and he touched the electric third rail and got electrocuted to death, and they had a tribute concert for Ramon.
Oh, he didn't get like super breakdance powers?
No, he died.
That would be the better
In the remake, you will get
story.
super breakdance
when you guys get
powers.
hired to write the remake.
Yeah.
Beat Street, because you're rocking the beat.
All right.
But then you stopped and took a breath and looked at me in the eyes like I was supposed to do something.
I didn't know the rest of it. So I stopped.
I think it goes, my name's Andrew Dewitt, and I'm here to say I hate doing drugs in a major way.
DeWitt,
that's from your DARE program.
Dude,
in
your
high
rap
school.
skills are a lot better. Don't
even start. Don't even start. Let's not start off. Hey, let's start off with some celebrating. Hey, this week we were featured on the front page of the iTunes podcast
All right.
section and the front page of the comedy section. And our sister podcast, Andrew do Comedians, the video game podcast, was also featured. So
And last week we turned 21.
okay, that does it.
That's our 21st episode.
What does that mean?
Yeah, that's right.
Are we allowed to?
There's a lot of declarations of like flat, like nothing.
21? That's not
Are we allowed to
significant?
look at the Comedians podcast titties, even though it's our sister?
Yeah, you can do that. You can look.
Wait,
at
you
your
get
sister's
titties sent to comedians?
No, we don't beg for them like you do, O'Neal the Ass Kicker at Yahoo.com.
I don't beg. I just ask.
Anyway, but yeah, so thank you guys. Next step, subscribe to us on iTunes, and please tell your friends to subscribe to us, because if we get more subscribers, we can actually get probably in a year we'd want to crack the top 100 comedy podcasts if we could.
And if your friends, if they don't want to listen, just have them send me naked pics to O'Neal the Ass Kicker at yahoo.com. You guys know how to spell it by now.
Why would they do that if they didn't even want to listen to the pod? Like they just have some.
Maybe they have
around?
some naked pictures burning a hole in their pocket.
Okay.
What about
Looking to get
this?
rid of
You
them.
threaten to send the naked pictures to you unless they subscribe and listen to the podcast.
So with that public service message,
I don't even understand what you
being
just said.
You can also go to shopdoorexplosion.com to get a Boner City shirt if you would like. And let's get to a little bit of serious tone here.
Yeah. Someone has taken responsibility for my accident.
So in December, Ryan suffered a horrific skiing accident where his foot is still in a boot.
And and let's just say it wasn't Mountain High that took responsibility like they should have.
So Boom Shakalaka is a 50-something-year-old gay black transvestite homeless open micer at the Comedy Store.
Comedy store fixture.
He's a comedy store fixture here in L.A.
Kind of an L.A. fixture.
He looks. We'll put the picture on the show notes for this show at a BonerCityUSA.com. But Boner looks Boner. That's a good. Maybe he's our mascot.
I think that's what you have in your pants.
All right.
A little Freudian slip.
Boone looks like if Muammar Gaddafi and Tina Turner had a baby with AIDS.
And
That's
then
exactly
Ike
what
Turner,
he looks like.
Ike Turner beat that baby severely.
with a
And then
pillowcase full
one
of
of them was
sandpaper.
Native American.
What you're leaving out about
And then
Boone
someone
is
injected him with AIDS.
is that he's a boontrepreneur, because he's not only a comic, he also steals things like small knicknacks and sells them for $1
and a lot
at
of
the
books
comedy
that he
store.
gets from thrift stores and sells for $1.
I think
well.
a lot of it's stolen. But
Okay, well,
you
probably.
think? I think it's 100%
So-
proven that he has like a racket of guys that go around
The reason this is all
shoplifting.
relevant because me and Ryan and Jeff all at one point worked at the world famous Comedy Store as door guys, and Boone was in love with me and a little bit of the Danish as well. Did not like Ryan O'Neal.
I was a cock blocker.
Ryan
I think,
was medium and he cock
his
blocked.
feelings towards me were like and lust. For you, it's love.
Yeah, he offered. He wanted us to shower in the back back green room of the main room.
How did he
And,
bring that up? Like,
Hey,
how did
can I
he?
take a shower with you and suck your dick?
Out of
Like
nowhere.
literally, like that was just like we're just talking about the sky or the weather or something.
No
Boone just-
subtleties. He would often say to me, "Just let me see your dick."
like he just was just out
And then
there.
whenever I'm performing, I hear in the back of the room, "Oh, look at that cock blocker."
Do you really hear
Yeah,
that?
I saw you
Yes.
and Danny Bilak and my other boyfriend in bed together.
Yeah. So anyway, he can't. Boone's crazy, but he's mostly harmless. We'd love to. I wanted to have a podcast, give him his own podcast. No one will let them come to their work, their studio, or their house to record him. So
yeah, that's crazy, Dan.
Yeah, I know, because he'd come here and camp out because he has nowhere else to go.
He's a functioning crazy.
Yeah, he's
not that I would ever want to hang out with him.
He'll
like you
probably
have.
stab me to death someday in a parking lot. But that being said, he's mostly harmless.
He's the kind of transvestite that could become CEO of.
But he's also very bitter. No, that's not true. He's very bitter, and he's very bitter that when he found out that Jeff and Ryan were doing a podcast with me, he got very upset and he called and he demanded that this not happen. And in December, he took matters into his own hands, and he must have gotten probably a stolen book on voodoo and or magic and or curses.
You don't think that he just innately knew it?
Maybe
he might have. He might have.
He may have some Haitian in his blood.
But he
might have sucked a Haitian guy's dick and he
yeah.
got some sort of magical power.
Anyway, Boone. In December, got a dozen eggs and wrote a dozen people's names, mostly comedy store employees.
Oh, he wrote 12 people's names?
12 people's names and eggs, and then buried them by their houses is how the spell
He doesn't even know where I live.
Here's the weird part of the story is you think... Because Boone, a lot of people argue, is he homeless? Is he not homeless? Because he obviously makes phone calls.
He has a storage place
He's
in San
kind of
Bernardino.
ripped.
But
he pushes
like
a shopping
50,
cart full of
but he's pretty shredded.
By ripped, you mean like homeless jacks, like you can see his abs because he's.
But you can also
thin.
see his veins. It looks like he's just coursing with AIDS and
But
just
my point is
X.
if Boone could somehow get 12 eggs, wouldn't he try to make an omelet or like hard boil them?
Boone doesn't really eat a lot. That's
Dude,
like
what
6
about
to
when he
trim.
gets like a $200 iPod and he sells it for $3?
Yeah,
Don't you think
he doesn't really get the
he
concept.
No, he was selling
money
that for
has
100.
no. Was he?
No, he sold
thought
it
he
back
sold
to
it-
the manager of the comedy store for 100, but he was selling it out front for like $3 or $5. He doesn't understand money.
Hey.
Anyway, the point is, Boone
That
put
may
a
be
spell.
at the heart of the problem
Boone,
here.
Boone put a spell. I know for a fact, and our friend Jason Tebow from the what's it called, Punch Drunk podcast.
Drunk
What's up, Tebow?
What's up, Tebow?
Pete?
Tebow took a
What up, Pete?
Tebow took a great Instagram picture of Boom Shakalaka last week. You have Boone in the foreground, pointing back at the bar at the front of the Comedy Store on Sunset Boulevard. In the background is Ryan O'Neal on crutches talking to another employee. It looks like our friend Jeff Scott, the piano guy at the bar at the Comedy Store, and he's making this face and pointing at O'Neal like, "Yeah, I did that." Like
That's an evil face,
He's like
dude.
bragging that his
crazy.
gay hobo magic
look at him.
caused Ryan's
looks like-
ankle to
That
shatter.
looks like a David Lynch character.
Yeah.
Like a David Lynch
He looks
character.
like a
would do that.
homeless
Like in-
Joker, the Heath Ledger Joker.
Like in Mulholland Drive when they're walking down towards that
Yeah,
alley
dude.
and that guy comes out.
Yeah, dude. I
So,
think about that movie a lot.
when I showed up at
actually.
the Comedy Store, I heard some somebody was completely ecstatic when they caught me out of the corner of their eye, and it was Boone.
Boone
And he
saw you on crutches,
immediately-
and he thinks
goes,
that his
he
in
thinks
his
mind-
gay hobo magic.
Yeah,
that
in
took
his
you
mind,
down.
he was like, wait a second, I'm onto something.
it works.
Why wouldn't he do a spell to make money or to have a house or to...
Or have less
exactly
AIDS.
Because he wants Dan to love him, and that's it. If he can get that, then he doesn't need money or anything.
Why wouldn't you do a spell for me to love him?
I think
then?
he has a love spell, and I'd be worried about it because look what happened to my leg. The
And
Danish
then
had an
the
accident.
Danish. What happened this week? Some similar situation.
was-
And do you know your name was on an egg?
I know Tebow got the
Tebow.
information from him. Tebow,
Who all was on the eggs?
some other like the
some of the
Tony
old actors,
Click-Clack and
some of the older actors who died in the last week or so. No big deal.
Yeah, but other employees of the Comedy Store mostly. But
So where did he bury the eggs? Because I want to dig it up and fucking break it. in
well,
his face.
it's funny because
He does
Tebow.
know where you live, but you live around nothing but cement.
No, he claims
So I
he
don't
knows
know.
where I live, but then when he tells me
Tebow-
where I live, it's wrong.
Tebow called. Well, this is the best part. Tebow called me the night he buried the eggs. Said, "Oh, Boone was just here. He has these eggs that he's writing names on, whatever." Boone called me the next afternoon. And, "Hey, Danny, what's going on?" And I was like, "Dude, you better take my name off that motherfucking egg, right? Motherfucking name. I'm gonna fucking find you and kill you." And he tried to play cool. Oh, what are you talking? And he stopped.
What egg,
and I'm like,
Danny?
"Get that egg and
What
get my
magical
fucking name off it."
eggs?
He's like, "Oh, Danny, I gotta go." And he hung up.
yeah, but he said, I heard him say, how'd you hear about... Oh, I gotta go.
So I might be in the clear, hopefully.
Where did
but
he call you from?
various numbers. I think there's a coffee
payphone?
shop.
Various numbers.
No, the Bliss Cafe on Vine and
He just
Vine and
uses
Fountain.
like the employee phone?
No, they let him use the phone there, and they also let him
Why?
use the shower in the back. I guess there's a shower there. 'Cause
Who enables these
Because the
people?
person that runs that cafe lets him run AA meetings there for free, so it's probably some person that's like big-hearted, whatever.
Is there a
Oh,
biohazard
yeah.
sticker on the shower?
There should be. So, Danish,
I was driving for my job. I'm a delivery man.
Uh-huh.
I was in the hills, headed to an A-list actor and guy who's in the comedy world's house. And I was driving, and there was a shoulder, and it's kind of narrow. And at the end of it, the car was like half in the lane, half in the shoulder.
And you're driving the car for the delivery company, so it's like not your car.
And so I hear a loud, like a bang, and I'm like, fuck.
Not a boing.
Yeah, not a boing or no wooga. It was more of a mirror hitting a mirror. And I was like, son of a bitch. And I saw a girl walking from that car.
She had big tits?
She caught my eye for a second. I looked at her. I gave her a once over.
Can she send some pics over
I don't
to
think that
O'Neill
was
the
why-
ass kicker at yahoo.com?
I didn't ask her.
Okay.
But so I got out of the car. I saw that the mirror on the car I was driving, the delivery vehicle, the mirror was completely... the glass was shattered and fucked up and just came right out of the mirror. So I was like, that's not good.
Oh.
So I walked back to them. There was two girls. One of them was dying laughing, and I was just kind of looking at her like, what's like I don't.
She must have known about the egg curse.
I was like, I don't see what's so funny about this. And she was like, I'm sorry, but this car just is the worst luck. It just got broken into. Like the windows were all broken, and we just got it back like today.
Right.
And she's like, and the side is all messed up because my boyfriend hit the gate where we live. And
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yes.
Did these girls, this is random out of the air, were these girls related to any action
no, wait,
stars that
let
we
him
might
get to the
know?
end. How do you not let him tell
It's
the story?
almost to the end.
Wait, are you just hurrying
Story
it
catalyst,
along?
Ryan O'Neill.
Thank you for the reminder. I almost forgot that detail. So there was a small crack in their mirror, but the girl seemed a little frazzled. She's like, let's exchange info. I look at her info. Oh, she didn't have her license, she said, because her insurance was with her caretaker. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah.
Because of the car break-in or something. So she gave me her temporary license.
I don't know.
And it was Bruce Willis's daughter, Scout Willis, and her sister, Rumor Willis.
We're mocking you for hitting their car?
They were mocking. Well, Rumor Willis,
They just thought it was
she was
funny.
the one
They were
laughing.
cool about it.
Scout Willis wasn't really laughing.
And they just said, we'll take
Seemed to be her car.
They said, we'll take your info, and if so, it's not a
we
big
took
deal,
the
though.
info,
Well,
and I was like,
where was Treetop Willis
She
and
was,
Frying Pan Willis? What the fuck?
I don't know where they were, but I was like, tell Bruce, I think the new Die Hard's going to suck. And tell...
I think it looks good.
You didn't say that.
But the weird thing
I didn't acknowledge that I knew who
It
they
looks
were.
better than the one before.
The weird thing is
Well,
that
that's what's
both of them
terrible.
faked a back injury and are suing the Danish now.
Even though they weren't in the car. So you're being sued by another
Like,
A-list
oh, that
celebrity's
mirror,
children.
it shook
And
the
then I
car.
went to the actor's house who I was delivering to, and his nanny answered and gave me $0 tip.
Oh.
So Boone is up right now, 2-0 on us. We'll see who gets the last.
That
stop,
being
though.
said, we talked to Andrew, who's a big fan. I wouldn't even say fan. I mean, he does magic. He knows
Yeah.
about
Fans
magic.
insulting.
Yeah,
This guy's a
fans-
magician.
No, he's a
but-
wizard, dude.
But
I
yeah,
pled. He's a sorcerer, first of all. I pled with DeWitt. You got to help us.
Yeah.
Dude. Things are going south.
undo
and he
the
said he
spell.
didn't want anything to do with
undo
it.
the spell, and O'Neill wants you to fucking put a spell to crush and or kill Boone.
Can you-
Hey, I
can you
won't do that.
Well, no,
Why?
but you do.
Are you like a
Can you
karate
give-
guy? You'll only do it in self-defense? Like what?
Yeah,
what the
that's
fuck?
true.
He learned wizardry, so he doesn't ever have to use it.
who
Hey.
are you trained by? I want to talk to him.
Wait, can you do a spell though that will prevent Boone from ever putting a spell on any Boner City member?
Hey,
Yeah.
Can't you just
Best-
put a hover like a?
Yeah.
like
a
a dome,
dome?
a dome of magic, like in Harry
the
Potter.
best thing that we can do is also
How much
we should-
cum is it going to take
I'm
to
not,
do this spell?
I probably won't
Yeah,
use
do you have to,
cum
do you have
for
to
this
come inside of Ryan?
one. Just
Can we tell?
Do you have to come inside of Ryan? Then he has to squat down. The cum has to
do
go
you-
on Boone's picture.
What do you need from us? Pubes? Like what of our DNA
What-
do you
what-
need
Yeah,
to
I
put
don't-
in the
I don't
center?
need
Are we
anything
allowed
like
to say also that some of your spells, to make them come true, you have to come inside a woman and then she has to drip it out?
onto the piece of paper with the wish written on
I
it?
think
I would
by
just
asking
say that if
we are
anybody-
allowed to say it. You just did say it.
I would say that you just need to Google sexual magic rituals.
Is this
Come on, but we don't want. Wait,
Is that
wait.
your band name? Give it up for sexual magic.
Is that an Al Green song? Sexual magic?
We haven't ever talked about how this works, have we?
No, I don't think on this show.
That feeling. It's
All right,
called
this is
sexual
Well,
I think
magic.
you know what?
You write down what you want in a piece of paper. You fuck a chick, and then you cum at her.
It's not
then
just
she
that.
blorps the shit to cum onto the paper, and then you light it on
So
fire.
she basically
That's not-
squeezes a cream pie out onto a piece of paper.
Your magic is as romantic as O'Neill's moves with hookers.
Well, I feel like
Here's 75 somethings.
Hurry up and cum all that paper, bitch.
I feel like O'Neill would be. This is the type of magic that he would do. You know
Oh,
what
I
I'm
would
saying?
totally, yeah.
Yeah, but we
I
don't want
think-
to
but
fuck
let
each
me-
other though for
I
the
think-
magic to work.
I
so
think
how-
O'Neill would just call it fucking though instead of magic.
And instead of a piece of paper, I would use my mouth. Like you
To
just
get
squeeze
your
that.
own cum.
Yeah, and then
You're snowballing with a pussy?
Hold on, no,
What is
no.
that even called?
I'm not done
That's
yet.
the fucking Urban
I'm not
Dictionary.
done yet.
Snowballing a pussy is fucking
and
disgusting.
then
I know what that move's called.
Hold on. Then I will
What's it
snowball
called?
it
I got
into
it.
the
Belching?
person's mouth.
Yeah, that's what it is.
No, I'll suck it out of there.
What is
rip
it,
it into
Danish
the pussy.
mayor? What is
I
that?
have an Urban Dictionary. This is a fresh entry off the top of my head. That move is called not the dream catcher. That's the nightmare catcher. When you're catching your own jizz.
Or what's the thing when the black ghosts go, the monsters, the demons go in people's mouths in Harry Potter?
Oh, the
Dementors?
Yeah, the Dementors.
The Dementor's
Passing
kiss.
the Dementor's kiss.
The Dementor's kiss. The Dementor's kiss should be when you felch it out of an asshole, though, right?
But that's just felching.
Yeah,
Do you really do that?
but if someone lets you and you don't throw
No,
up
I'm
on it,
asking him if he's really into this.
Okay, let me
Neil.
explain the.
All right.
Oh, wait. To have a cream pie drip in my mouth
Yeah.
and then spit it in someone else's
Yeah.
mouth? I'm not like into it anymore, really.
you've done it. Oh, what the fuck? Were you in jail? When the fuck did you do that?
That's more shocking than the tranny.
No, it's
That's worse than the
confession.
tranny. That's worse than the fucking prostitute. That's like the worst thing you've ever said.
I'm gonna
dude.
tell you something.
Not
We have a
anymore.
weird synchronicity here.
Oh,
Because
to
when
win.
I didn't eat it out, but here's the thing.
No, but you drip it in. I
It
didn't
fell
eat
on a
it out
piece of
either.
pizza and he ate the pizza.
I didn't eat it out either. You just let it
fell
drip.
on a hot wing.
with
Slow
my
drip.
With my ex-girlfriend, I used to think that her pussy smelled so good when it was filled up.
Where were you raised?
Did
In
she,
some sort of a...
Did she keep it now and later in it to keep
I
it
just thought
fresh?
it
So is
smelled
that a
good, like-
compliment for you or for
It
her or
was
for
just
both
the-
of you
the-
combined?
The mixing of the juices, like
Did you
produced
live next
really
door to a
good
factory
smell.
that made like fart spray? and it smelled like shit. You became so accustomed to it.
Were you
that you love it?
were you stirring it with like a fucking cauldron?
it's
Stirring
just
like
like-
yeah.
What did it smell like that you thought it was so good?
It just smelled.
Must.
I would just stick my nose right in, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, God, that
Were you-
smells
hey,
so good."
what
It
the
smells
fuck?
so
When you were
good,
watching
man.
TV, did she ever like go down on her head and you just had her legs like wrapped around and you just
you wore
smell
like a
her
surgical. You
pussy?
wore like a surgical
It's
mask
like a
while you
pussy-
watch TV.
a live pussy mask while you
I
watch
don't know why.
TV.
I was like, "Is it?" And I told her, I was like, "Do you think it's weird that I think this smells so good?" She's like, "No, it's great." you
I
know?
think it's
Like,
weird. You should have called me. I didn't know you that.
What did she do that
She
was
was like-
different than most pussies?
I don't know. Like she was incredibly clean though. Like she was one of those girls where
Okay.
she would have no body odor, almost to the point where I would get a little bummed out. You know,
Wait,
her
why
butt-
were you
her
bummed
butt
out?
had
She didn't
no
smell
taste.
bad.
because I would
Too
like,
much of a not bad thing.
I would like stick my finger in her butt and then I'd pull it up and sniff it to see
Like
if there's
inside the hole.
Yeah.
why
just a
would
little
you
bit.
do that,
Just a little
dude?
bit.
Why? I know.
Oh, no,
Why
time
would
out.
you do
Time
that?
out.
Okay.
She was conscious while you did that?
Yeah.
You're like, are you making out or are you just like watching TV? Let me hold your finger in your butt real
She
quick.
didn't have a problem with you doing that.
No, she didn't. And I hold it to my nose and I'd be.
Where do you meet these
Why
people?
would you hold it? No, why would you hold it to your
Wait a
nose?
second. You remember when you got mad at me that once where I said
Yeah.
I smelled my finger in front of like a chick?
Wait,
I didn't
when
get-
you
I
finger,
didn't-
you
Or
finger
you
them
thought
and
it
smell
was weird? Yeah.
That's weird, but this is awful. What he's saying.
I didn't get upset.
I
just
understand
thought it
what
was
you're
weird,
saying.
and you told me the girl you did it to was unhappy by it, and I said I could see why it's like
'Cause it's
a
like-
weird move.
It'd be like if she
But-
put her hand under your balls and got the ball sweat and was like, yeah.
I would be so happy if a girl.
are
did
you-
that.
I
would
throw-
be so
I would
happy.
laugh.
I would laugh.
No, if she was really into it, you'd be like, I'm with a fucking
Oh, she
pig
would.
animal.
Yeah, no, I'd be like, hey, Dan, I think I'm more accepting of people's sexual
Yeah,
perversions
because you're
than you are.
snowballing people with your own
I don't
cum.
judge.
If a chick was like sniffing my balls and being like, "Oh, I can't get enough of sniffing these sweaty balls," I'd be like, "Cha-ching!"
So you want to date?
Now I never have to shower. I don't have to worry about it.
You want to date like a border collie? That's the kind of dog would do,
Yeah,
dude.
if you nick him shaving, it can heal the wound by
Wait,
licking
do you
it.
put your finger in your wife's butt and smell it?
Well, let's.
Yeah, well,
I have
let
to
me
see his
just-
wife. I
let
like
me-
his
no,
wife.
I want to know.
just explain
Dan,
this.
close your ears then. And I want to know.
Let me explain. So when I did this to my ex-girlfriend, I'd smell it, and
Wait, was it the gross one we talked about 2 episodes ago that was like killed the frog?
No,
Wasn't
this is
the
a different
toad
girl.
killer?
This is
Fucking
different girl.
Kermit's right.
That 6'8" wildebeest, the pale wildebeest.
Fucking bad eye facing the wrong direction.
What's up, crazy girl? What's up, Pete?
What up, Pete?
Oh, by the way, yeah, Pete fucking found the iTunes thing. He was the first one to fucking call
Yeah,
Danis.
Pete.
Fucking what up,
What up,
Pete?
Pete? Did that.
Fuck
So
yeah.
when
He
I-
said he feels famous.
He is
with all these
famous.
shout
He
outs.
is famous.
There's gonna be a What Up Pete T-shirt someday too.
I know
and he's
there
gonna
is.
hate it.
So
think he'll love it.
I would stick my finger in just a little bit, and
Like
then
how? What's to
Just
the
a
past?
little bit.
No, to the knuckle though. I'm sure. Like the
No,
first
no,
knuckle.
no,
Just enough to get some
fingernail.
shit under your fingernail.
yeah, to get it shit in your cuticles.
But
Would
there'd never
you
be any-
wash your fingers?
there'd never be any shit, and I would smell it, And I would go, oh.
What, she had clean release every time?
I keep getting to this point of the story, and you keep stopping me.
Maybe she's an alien and didn't shit.
No, so I would smell it, and then I would go, oh, nothing. Sort of like when fucking...
Wait, you would say out loud, oh, nothing?
Yeah. Like the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer miner or whatever. When
Shouldn't
he would,
it be
like,
a
do the
sigh of
pickaxe.
relief when you slowly bring that to
No, he's
smell it, and you're like,
bummed.
Not if you're
"Babe,
DeWitt.
I just wanted...
Was that a play on words?
I
saying
wanted a
bum?
little bit...
He's
I wanted a
British.
little bit of an ass smell. She never had any ass
An ass smell is a
at
shit
all.
smell.
So
You
no,
want
it's
some-
not. No, it is not. No, it is not, Dan.
I think it's
Danish?
worse.
Danish?
No,
No,
it's
it's
sweat
worse.
and pheromones.
It's like very musty.
Danish, give me a
and
ruling on this
shitty.
one, dude.
It's gross.
I'm almost on the fence.
It's what's worse?
You
Shit?
like it?
I don't like it, but
Shit
I
is-
think it's
A
there
butt
is a
smells worse
subtle
than shit,
difference.
but they're both
it-
bad, right?
It's both derivative of shit. I'll
It
give
is
it that.
not. It has nothing to do with shit.
It's
It's right where shit comes out of,
It's
man.
pre-shit. It's like a pre-shit
You're
smell.
open. It's the door. It's the door to shit.
It's a little bit.
It is.
It's the hole that shit comes out of the body. The only place shit comes
You
out
guys
of.
know what I'm talking about.
I don't like it.
The ass smell. Okay,
It doesn't
You know
smell
what?
good. Everyone smells
Yeah,
it
it
during
smells like an
sex.
ass. Like that's like sometimes you'll say, "Oh, I smell like ass. I have to take a shower because
Yeah, but girl ass smells good because
No.
my caveman brain tells me.
if there's any girls
yes,
out there,
it says
like
yes.
Well, when
please
you're fucking her from,
send us
like,
a-
she's
a
on her
email or
stomach, and you
comment
pull
about
out
this.
and you put your dick between the butt cheeks and squeeze them together so you can come on her back. And then your dick smells sometimes really bad
How are
from
you-
rubbing up against the hole.
How are you smelling your own dick? Oh, she
Because
tells
you can it wafts
Yeah.
up to you. And you're like, oh.
Well, you're not really
oh.
smelling your dick. You're smelling the
poopy,
ass.
the
Yeah.
poop stuff you move
no,
around.
no
And
girl's
it's really
ass.
gross. It's
no
not
girl's
good.
ass
It's-
smells that bad.
Andrew,
no girl's
Andrew,
ass
you know what that
ever
is?
smells
That's
it.
poop sweat.
No, it's not.
That is poop sweat, dude.
It's like-
It's
That
just
that's what I would.
It's
say
you
this
know what
was.
it is? It's shit vapor.
no. It,
No,
it has
'cause
nothing to do with shit.
It's like it's on you, so it's like
you
not
guys
vapor.
don't understand biology. It's not about that.
It's-
Okay.
Me and O'Neill discovered this term a few years ago, and I guess it was huge because some guy mocked us for not knowing it. We're like, sorry, we're of a certain age where that term wasn't around.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Badussy or Badusi.
Badusi, isn't it?
It's balls, ass, dick, and pussy all combined.
Oh, like a cloaca.
No, it's
No, like
it's
the
a smell.
The
aroma. smell?
It's a scent.
the aroma of balls,
Oh.
like a sexual.
Oh,
musk.
like the, what did you guys? You guys called it something else? Like a wouldn't we call it like a
sex hummus.
Yeah, sex hummus.
Well, that's the residue.
But the
Okay.
way the residue smells is a Badusi smell.
So basically, DeWitt is addicted to this smell.
It's
you think
the
that
smell
all,
of sex, dude. It's the
no, with the
No,
butt. It's
it's
just a
not.
chick's butt. It's
The
their
butt.
sweat.
So it's
like
actually-
kid
All
sweat.
right, dude. Let's say that you're a caveman, okay?
But we're not, dude. We're wearing shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an
God
iPhone.
damn it,
I
man.
can't
I
get
drove a
behind
car
this.
here today.
You're
dude.
You know what? You're gonna get behind it. Here's the. Let me
wait,
just
wait.
explain
You know,
the
all
biology.
caveman sex is pretty much rape too, probably with a like severe physical assault
Any
afterwards.
smell during sex weirds
So-
me out if it's like pungent and it
Yeah.
turns me off.
No, it turns me on. In fact, I like it. I like to have sex with my wife when she's back from the gym and she's sweaty. Like for some
yeah,
reason, like I feel like I'm 1,000
So
times
do you
firmer.
love girls'
Like
farts?
it's just.
Do you
no,
like-
no, I don't like farts, and I don't like shit.
Oh, how
What
is that
wrong with
out
you?
of bounds, dude? That
Hey,
sounds
would you
right
like
up
it if your
alley.
wife like pushed out a little turtle head by you?
No, that's absolutely not what we're talking about.
Or do you fuck her
here.
when she's turtling when it's just kind of poking?
Push it back in with your finger and then smell it.
Are you a panty sniffer?
He's getting mad.
Yes.
He's
You are a
getting
panty
mad.
Yeah, I like the smell of
Oh,
them.
you would love the Japanese vending machines then.
Yeah, you should go to Japan.
No,
dude.
like I want to smell my wife's panties. You know, like if we.
But if your
I don't
wife,
know how much I can say about that.
If your wife
I
let
feel like I need to
you-
back off
if
some
your
of-
wife let you, would you smell other women's panties?
before you met, before you met your wife, and you happen to be in Japan.
Yeah.
and
and you're the
single-
age that you are now.
You're a single Andrew DeWitt. I don't think you're a caveman. I think you're a butt fetishist. But say you were there and you had a couple
butthole fetishes though.
I
not
think
the
some
butt.
babysitters just sat on your face.
a couple yen.
three
Yeah,
hours.
that's what is it? Fat Bottom
I think
Girl
we
songs
talked-
about
yeah.
Andrew.
Are you into cake farts? Like where they
Did we
ever
even
heard of
talk
that?
about that?
Wait, what?
Yeah,
What
remember
is
we
that,
talked- Where the
dude?
chicks fart and blow the cake out, the candles.
No, wait, what?
The web-
Oh God, dude, it's gonna be on YouTube for hours tomorrow.
Well,
What
no,
the
you
fuck?
can't. You can't smell it.
I don't think.
Yeah, you could.
You can't smell it through the screen.
No, Andrew, will
wasn't
watch it though.
Was
Wait,
it
what
the
is it?
candles? I thought it was just girls farting onto cake.
Well, yeah. Then they do like powdered sugar, but they also blow out candles. They like blow the powder.
Now, do they
blow.
This is
ever-
like a thing.
Yeah.
some
Do
guy
they
at
ever
work told us
sit
about it.
on the cake and get it all mashed up between their butt
I think they
cheeks?
do end up
and then
sitting
fart
on
the
it.
icing,
Yeah.
and it kind of makes like a bubble.
Yeah.
Hey,
Andrew.
Mrs. DeWitt.
I wouldn't be
Here's
into
a
that. I'm just
suggestion for
saying-
Andrew's next birthday
Andrew's next
party.
birthday.
I'm not into that. I'm not
Chocolate
into
cake,
farts,
extra
man. I know how
frosty.
bad farts smell.
Bring a big cake out to Andrew and then just sit on it and let him eat it out of your ass.
You're saying-
No, I would be into that. I
You're
would
saying
be absolutely
a
into
fart
that.
smells worse than the poop sweat?
Yeah, 1,000 times
I
worse.
It doesn't
beg
have
to
the sweat.
differ.
It just has the shit component, just not the other half of
You
it.
guys are stupid.
What about a sweaty fart? Would that
There's
be good?
no such thing as a sweaty fart. Here, the thing, farts
There
have,
is a sweaty fart.
farts have shit behind them. Okay, all right.
No, the asshole.
No, the ass smell.
literally has shit
No,
behind it.
No, the ass smell has shit before it. Like,
No, the ass smell is just nature's way of giving you reproductive information via aroma, like
No.
pheromones.
That's
Not
out of
the
the
ass.
vagina.
That's out of the vagina, dude.
It's out of both of them, man. Why?
No, because you put your finger in that chick's butt, you said. And you said you were upset because there was no butt
just
smell.
that ass
That's-
eating
that
Andrew.
that smell has pheromones in it. There's pheromones in
There's
it.
pheromones in your
Just-
shit?
You can get
So
no,
if I give
there's
you a
not.
lot of
There is
shit and you
not.
smell it, you get a boner?
No, there's no pheromones.
It's just
in shit.
the ass eating Andrew.
It's a highly concentrated area of pheromones, and so it can it makes you extra turned on, and you can get a little.
It makes
high off
you
it.
extra
It makes me.
If
feel
you
a little
want to
high.
join Andrew's Boner City ass eating team, please text, email,
man,
tweet.
you guys,
tweet,
I feel like
Facebook.
you guys don't understand. Now everyone's just going
We
to think I'm
understand.
going around
We're
eating
just a
shit.
Yeah.
You're
I'm gonna get you a hot. I'm gonna get you a paper bag full of hobo shit for your
It's-
birthday.
I-
Congratulations.
I'm picturing you eating a hot dog, but instead of the hot dog, there's just a log of
shit.
shit.
Come on,
in
man. That will make me sick. I'm not. That is not. I'm not
Okay,
into
this is
that.
a real question. Since you're such a fucking butt probing dude, have there been times like with your ex girlfriends you put your finger in and there's like shit on your finger?
Yeah, no, I've felt like a turd before.
Pushing
what?
against who won that? Who won that? Who won
the
that
reverse
fucking
tug
battle?
war.
That
Was your finger
Chinese-
get pushed out? Pushed
Did
out?
you ask her? Do
Push
you have
in
to take a
harder?
shit?
She asked me.
It's like
this is-
whack-a-mole.
One of my ex-girlfriends, I was doing her doggy style, and she used to want me to put a finger in her ass right before she came.
Oh, but
you
she had
know?
one in the chamber.
And I put it in there, and there was one in the chamber, and she's like, "No, put your finger in deeper." And I was like,
and feel that turd from dinner.
Because then your finger would like mush into it. The turd, your finger would become one with the turd, dude.
and I was like, "I can't."
like
She's-
Jack Horner, and you pull it out.
There's no more room because your fucking colon's
That's
full
what
of
I said. I
shit.
said I can't. And she's like, "Why not?" And I said, "I think it's occupied." And then she got real sad, dude. She got super sad.
Why do chicks always shit the bed when you're fucking them?
What? What does that mean?
What are
That
you
was the
doing?
weirdest question ever.
What do you mean they
We're
shit
talking
the
about
bed?
shitting.
No, but who shits
I thought
the
this
bed?
was a safe space.
Yeah,
where
it's
we
the
can-
same. No. You already said you're like a guzzle
Where we
your own
can
cum out of a
you
vagina.
gave-
So
you Where we gave
can
what? How are
explore
chicks
stuff.
shitting their
You
bed?
gave
What
the
do you mean?
always. Like, why is
Yeah,
it
No,
always.
I
Like
have
every
a,
time?
I have a lot of buddies with stories about chicks shitting the bed.
This your buddy Brian O'Neill?
Yeah, it's
Orion
So
O'Neill,
what
like
happens?
the comedy store
So
manager?
basically, so you fuck a girl so hard she shits herself.
It's mostly when they're drunk and they lose control of their bowels when they're orgasming or something and they shit.
I have
themselves.
never
on
heard
top
about
or on
that.
bottom? Or
And then guys are
doggy?
like, "Oh, I have shit all over the bottom of my dick and balls."
This is a weird question, and maybe Dr. Drew O'Neill can answer.
Please,
If you're fucking
ask
a
away.
woman who's 9 months pregnant, can she go into labor while you're fucking her?
You can induce labor through sex. Yes.
Yeah, you're not gonna poke the kid's head. Or, like it's way too far up there.
We
but
saw a thing on, I think
I
it
wanna
was
fuck a
TLC,
pregnant
the
chick.
Freak Network, and it was this woman who was talking about how when women give birth, they can have orgasms. And this woman was talking about how
God.
she came so hard in the birth of her
she
Oh,
kid.
and she's in the pool and
Yeah.
she's
And then
going,
she-
oh.
Well, then she was
No,
just,
man.
They said she came like 12 times.
Then she was
It
disappointed on her next
disgusting.
kid because it didn't make her
Yeah,
come.
but
And
that's
it's
the kind of
she's gonna
person like
take-
And
says
she
he
made the
comes,
kid-
like riding an escalator.
She
or
makes the
comes,
kid
like,
know that every day that the kid never made her come.
That's not true. Like Precious's mom. Now get down there and finish the job.
All right, so I don't understand. So you this has happened to you multiple times where you fuck girls.
It's
and
happened
they
to
shit
you
the bed.
multiple times.
Nah,
You said all the
I'm
time.
This time, it honestly is not me, but I
Okay.
have many stories from friends.
Right.
Is it happened to you at least once? Yes.
It wasn't me. Caught her
Yes.
shitting in the bed.
I don't think so. I've had girls be like, "Oh, I'll
Pooping
just
in the
stay.
bed
I'll just
next
stay in the
door."
bed while you leave."
Wait,
But-
while you
Picture
leave?
this.
Like
We were
where I
both
think something may have happened.
Hey, wait, hold on. You can't have two different conversations, Andrew.
Where I
Come
think
back.
something may have happened, and they're like, I'm like, "Oh, you can get out of bed," and they're like, "Just cover them." No, I'm fine here.
What do you mean? Whose bed are you in?
May.
Like who's laying in a bed of shit and you don't know?
I used
is
to
it your bed or her bed?
bone this. chick.
Were you in a haystack?
No, it was in her bed, but she lived in the basement of her grandma's house. And she would padlock me in there sometimes.
What?
So her grandma wouldn't find me from the outside.
This is people under the stairs. That was so romantic.
Did you ever wear a whole leather
Do
thing?
not come out.
Was
It was
the
scary.
gift costume
There were
uncomfortable?
times where it was pretty scary because
Shirley,
I didn't know when she would come back.
What if
to
the
get
house
me.
caught on fire, dude?
I don't know, but we were young. We didn't think about stuff like that.
But-
What?
And that's the girl who shit the bed? on you?
Intentionally. But my friends have other stories
Padlock Patty.
of girls shitting themselves.
You know
in the
what I
bed.
think it might be? It might be because
Were you a hostage?
I felt like a hostage sometimes.
Did
but
she cut off one of your toes with a
her
bolt cutter?
grandma would call her, and
Was
then
this a girlfriend?
we dated. Like, I wouldn't say we dated, but we fucked a lot.
Was
This
she
is a-
psychotic?
So this
She
is
was super
What, you big
psychotic.
Punisher? What the fuck, big pun? What the fuck?
When I used to
Did
sell
you ever
cars,
Did you ever meet the grandmother? Like maybe she just didn't
No.
even exist,
it could have been. But when I used
Like
to,
Norman Bates, dude.
when I used to,
or she was just locking him in a fucking dungeon to
Well,
lock
she
him
could
in a
fuck guys
dungeon.
upstairs while he's there.
Whatever.
when I used to sell cars, she'd work there, and sometimes
You're fucking the receptionist at your car lot?
yeah, and then we would sometimes.
yeah.
And then at
It's
night,
just scummy.
at night, like if we'd come back from a bar, we'd drive by the car lot, and then I had the key that would unlock the lockbox, and you could get in the cars. So we would go and fuck in the car that was on display. You know, like up on the ramp overlooking
when
the
they make
road.
it like look at this car
Yeah.
almost leaping in the air. Don't you want to buy it? You would fuck in that car.
And one time I had a girlfriend, and we were driving home from Chicago, and I was like, we really have to fuck. And this, like, the car
What do you mean?
dealership is
We
the
really have to
halfway.
fuck?
The world's gonna end in 7 minutes.
This happens to you a lot.
Did you see Armageddon or that fucking asteroid movie or something?
If we don't fuck in
So-
this car display in
You
the next
fuck
30 minutes, I'm
in the
gonna
airport
freak out.
parking lot, you were like, "We have to fuck." Yeah, I have. You
I get these impulses that need to be taken care of. So the car lot's
Apparently.
halfway between Chicago and Valparaiso. So we go there, and then they had a brand new Land Cruiser up on the pedestal.
Just
so we
waiting to be
opened it up
fucked
and
in.
fold the seats, and then we fucked, and we could hear people. Like sometimes people pull up to the lot and look in the cars, like just shop when they're
Well, the
closed.
car's up and
I was like,
there
"Oh
shaking."
shit!" Shh. I was like, "Be quiet," because they might fucking be looking at the.
Weren't
Land
you ever
Cruiser.
a chick shit inside one of the cars and you fucked her?
Weren't you
No, but
scared
sometimes
of-
they smell. You're like, "Ooh."
Weren't you scared of ass sweating or like staining the seats?
No. Dude, this is how little. I also had keys to another car dealership that
Why would anyone give you keys?
No, it was the universal lock.
Valparaiso
and me and my
should have learned
buddy,
their lesson, man.
me
you
and my
know?
buddy were wasted.
And you fucked them in one of the
No, they
Like, I have
a
to
shit.
fuck now.
He took a shit so you could get okay.
at
get
the
in.
time they had a brand new Trans Am with the WS6 package, which gives it like 35 more horsepower.
Which no one in this room knows what that
And-
means.
Cares.
And I go, we were driving by, and I told my other buddy, I go, pull over. We got to take this thing for a ride around the parking
Sit
lot.
on my lap.
So I unlocked
Were
it.
you drunk?
Oh, I was wasted on my mind. And so we unlocked it. It was like midnight. The lot was closed. And so we're just firing this thing up, and I'm wasted just doing donuts in this huge parking lot and flying around the cars. Then we almost hit a couple parked cars. I go, dude, we got to hang it up, man. We're pushing our fucking...
Most of your stories involve vehicular madness. If you're a car lot owner and you're looking to hire somebody, email O'Neill the ass kicker.
Or just have
I
one of
was-
your keys for you.
As the mayor,
I was
you're-
like 19 or 20.
as the mayor of Boner City, you are
I was
never
21.
getting the key to the city. Never.
As the sheriff, I'll see that that's enforced. Also, alarming amount of your stories begin with, "Well, I had to fuck." Like there was like no other like.
but
there's
it's all
nothing-
consensual.
what happens though if you don't fuck? Because I'm sure there are times
Yeah,
where
when
you
you're
I
Trying to
get
explode.
very irritable, and I usually fuck.
Do you Hulk out?
that
You Hulk
doesn't
out?
sound consensual.
That doesn't
No, it does not.
doesn't sound consensual
Hold
at
down
all.
fucks you.
No,
do.
because it's like whoever girl I'm with, she's like, "Oh, you're being so annoying. I'll just fuck you."
Just to
then."
bring back a story you told in a prior podcast about kitchen knife sex, where you hold the knife.
That made me-
Is that where the knife comes out, where you're like the
Hey.
irritable O'Neill?
No. Irritable O'Neill shouldn't be holding knives or guns to women's heads.
Jesus.
That's
Irritable-
O'Neill. That's romantic O'Neill.
So you just back
Is irritable O'Neill just gritting his teeth and just angry and just you
No,
did
I'm
this
just-
to me. Look
I
what you
get-
made me do.
I get like it's a testosterone surge where I'm just like very just like animalistic.
So you should. Be
I don't
into
get
the
like
butt
that
smell,
anymore
I think.
though.
Yeah, you should
The
totally.
older I
do the
get,
butts.
I'm better now. I like
you've-
it.
Do you
You
ever
haven't-
get where you have to beat off, then you're mad at yourself, you're not beating off fast enough?
Have you ever been in a Ferris?
No, I've never been mad that I couldn't beat off fast enough.
like you're the market, you're like, oh, I wish I could beat off and I could buy these fucking groceries. Fuck you, groceries.
Have you ever fucked on a
no,
Ferris
because I
wheel?
usually plan ahead. If I'm like, I feel like I might want to beat off the grocery store, I'll just beat off now before I go to the grocery store.
Have you ever fucked in the movie theater?
I have gotten a blowjob in a movie theater, but I have not fucked. But I had a girlfriend
girl-
who did want to fuck in a movie theater.
Time out. So the girl got down on her knees, or she went just
No.
Because if you get down on your knees on that,
They have
sticky
the
floor,
armrests.
You're gonna rip your.
They have
pants off.
armrests that come up.
Oh yeah, the new movie
Yeah,
theaters you
dude.
bridge. Fuck
but
it if
they've
you
been
want.
around for like 10 years.
So that girl
15
was like,
years.
you know what? You can watch this movie. I'm gonna take one for the team.
I'd rather stare at your dick.
we were
for
just like
7
not
minutes.
interested in the movie. And I
Was it
fingered a
Die
girl
Hard-
in the
Die
theater.
Hard 4?
I don't know. It was like 13th floor or something.
You were on.
That shitty
You were
movie.
on the third.
No,
I
it
could
wasn't
go-
that girl.
I could go out on a limb here and say that the reason these girls keep shitting the bed might have something to do with the fact
Fear.
that you're holding a knife to their
Fear.
throat.
It's not me. This is not.
Or they're fucking you because you're so angry you might hurt them if they
Because
don't
you're
fuck
going,
you.
I have to fuck right now, and you hold a knife to their throat and you fuck them.
Does your face turn green and your shorts get ripped up to the top?
You see, this
My
is
dick,
sex hole.
my dick turns green and it rips my pants off.
His dick is wearing little purple shorts.
You won't want to see my dick when it's angry.
And it's just got one panhole around the base of it.
It's, a little
It's
purple,
all shredded.
Purple sweatpants.
That's the name of your dick, cock
Dude,
banner.
Can I please draw that and put that on the website? Because like a Hulk cock is the most hilarious thing
You wouldn't
ever.
like me when I'm angry.
Old Hulk Cock O'Neill.
But no, it's not like these girls. You know, I do it in a way that it's like
We're
they'll-
not
they're
accusing
gonna
you
do
of
it.
anything. It's all right. This isn't like the
No,
beach
no.
day. You're
I
in a
will
good
say,
We're in a safe
I will
place.
say, I feel a lot more hesitant about you watching me bang my wife now, though.
Because you want that
What
Hulk
if you, yeah,
cock.
what if you get that?
Hulk cock must fuck now.
Yeah, you get that fuck
I
surge.
can see O'Neill doing like a sports dive, and he just like over like the top of you and like into her somehow.
He would be like, he'd like overcome and just like push me out of the
I
way.
just throw you out of the way and just shove that Hulk cock in there.
I'd be like, no,
Sexual
this is.
we may need to do
we're
a
shutting this
Hulk
down.
Cock Urban Dictionary entry.
Hulk cock. It's when a
We've got
man's
some good
cock
ones today.
has to
Hulk cock.
fuck or bad things will happen.
And you're driving by a car lot. If, for example, Ryan was driving by the car lot he worked at, and he fucked, he had a Hulk cock, so he
He
fucked
felt,
in the
he felt an
display cock.
imminent Hulk cock coming on.
He was worried that the Hulk cock might rip through his pants.
Hulk cock smash.
And smash that pussy.
Can you get Hulk? Can you get a Hulk cock at Toys R Us and like bang it into the?
Two fists. They're like the Hulk fists of their cocks. You little kids wearing them.
They've already got the veins on them, dude. You can
Dude,
probably
you know what?
customize it
You
pretty
just
good.
carve them out like a
Dude.
fucking helmet out of those little pee holes.
You put a green bicycle helmet on top of the fucking
You
Hulk
should be a
fist
Hulk
and it
dick
looks
arms
just
for
like
that
a dick.
shit.
I've run into chicks that have Hulk pussy, where they like are
What?
aggressively like
What, they're crushing
won't
beer
leave
cans
you
with it, or
alone.
what do you mean?
I've heard a story.
What
about
do you
that.
mean?
Yeah, where it's just like an aggressive, like constantly grabbing the cock. You're like, no, please stop, leave me
O'Neill
alone.
may or may not have been sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
When? But it, on a date?
It's got quiet.
I've been sexually. I've
You may want to talk to a lawyer.
Yeah, dude. And it's like,
Yeah, I've been sexually assaulted
What?
by a woman.
How?
While I was sleeping.
What?
Yeah.
Just what happened?
Was this an older woman? No family, a family friend, maybe?
A favorite aunt who wasn't so favorite afterwards?
I've just had it's multiple times where sometimes chicks just.
But maybe
like,
your whole cock gets like it turns their
like
pussy.
it's awake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You put the magic into their pussy, and they're just returning the favor to you.
'Cause I've had times where I literally have to like keep slapping. Get away! Stop!
Why
touching
couldn't
my
you fuck?
dick.
Because those chicks, you want to fuck, you take it,
not
you
always-
eat it.
Well, then I end up
when his
fucking.
cock is not when it's Bruce Banner. It does. It's not
it
ready
wants
to
to
go.
do
He's
like,
mild-mannered.
It wants to do like science
It's
experiments.
a mild mannered
shit.
cock.
It just
It
wants
just
to-
walks down the road sadly with a backpack on.
But then
Hoping
when that-
nobody makes it mad.
But then when that Hulk
Now,
cock
what
comes-
happens if the Hulk cock goes inside a Hulk pussy?
Yeah,
Like,
what is
what-
that?
It's magic.
amazing?
Yeah, it's like two Hulks fighting each other, and they just both come hard.
I have a Spider.
Oh yeah, that nice one where it's like where two people are like immediately like it's like a countdown. It's like a 2-minute thing, and you're
Yeah.
already both done.
DeWitt's got a
That's what it
Thor
is.
cock. It's just a fucking. What does he have? A hammer?
It's a hammer of Thor.
He has a hammerhead cock.
So you fucked in cars. What other workplaces have you fucked at?
Other workplace. I mean, the car lot was probably.
Fucking at the car lot.
Just that time I already talked about when I fucked in front of my ex-girlfriend's brother.
Wait, what?
He was talking to us, and we were on the couch.
Oh,
I was
you got
fucking her. He
peeked.
talked
Oh,
to us for
yeah.
like 10 minutes, and I kept fucking her the whole time. She was just kind of
God.
like, "Please stop," but I was like,
Gross.
"No."
Did you flip her over doggy style? Be like, Can't
Oh,
you
yeah.
see what I'm
Yeah. I
doing?
think the Chiefs are going to do great next week.
Was that a Hulk cock situation?
No.
In HCS?
Other than that, yeah, I don't know.
Roller coaster? Like the movie Fear?
No. You've seen me on roller coasters.
Yeah, you're terrible.
Wait, what?
That's a great part.
Your Achilles heel is the roller
No,
coaster?
well,
I love
let me
roller
tell you,
coasters.
a great
I love-
part
Jesus.
of the O'Neill lore is that like all this crazy stuff, like driving a car drunk, doing donuts in a place of your work, that doesn't really scare O'Neill. That's where he's at in his
element, yeah.
But then if you get O'Neill, like he's scared of like weird stuff. Like I've been on roller coasters with him, and it's unbelievable. I almost want to take audio because you'll go on, and it starts slowly declining, like.
I don't like the claustrophobic
And then he
feeling of
starts,
being
like,
strapped
he's like,
in.
I don't know if I'm strapped in correctly. I don't want to do this. And he starts like yelling and getting upset. And like, but then once it goes, he's fine. But like,
Does he really yell, I don't want to do
Yeah,
this?
yeah.
That's going to make
Every
sense.
ride?
He's like, I'm not strapped in. I'm serious. I'm not strapped in.
You think on Batman the Ride they
And he
didn't
starts
strap
like,
you in?
and he starts
That's
like,
going to make some kid out there is scared shitless then because his kid is really
it almost
scared of a
seems
roller
like,
coaster.
but he's really
and
scared.
then hear
he's
an
like
adult
terrified.
say to scream,
well,
I don't want to do this.
You bring up a good point because I went to that out in Vegas, you know, the Space Needle
the
thing.
Stratosphere?
Yeah, and I went on the
You
thing.
went on the roller coaster on the top of that?
I went on all of them. And the one that spins you around, I was sitting next to a kid, and I was like, oh, God, I don't think I'm strapped in. And the kid fucking goes, oh, no. And so I was like, no, he's fine. And I was like, oh, fuck. And then the kids started freaking out. So I was like, you're freaking that kid out, man.
the kid's dad trying to fight you.
What's weird is
I don't know where his family was.
once he gets off, he's fine and then wants to do it again. But then the process repeats itself.
Every time?
Every time.
Dude, I don't like the claustrophobic feeling of being, because I'm tall and I don't fit well in a lot of those things.
But I'm an inch taller.
Yeah, I know, but
he's
he don't have a
taller,
problem
and he's not
with it.
freaking out.
I'm fat, and sometimes that I feel like I don't know if I'm all the way clicked in on those things.
Because
dude.
I have the weird, sometimes it's in too tight or sometimes it's not
I think it's just the
tight enough.
fear.
I-
he starts like ripping at it, like gets a little crazy.
I will pray before every roller coaster.
But the
No
weird
magic?
thing is,
why are you praying?
Yeah, you have magic.
just extra
Do a
insurance,
spell.
man.
the weird thing is,
Who do you pray to?
Everybody.
Whoa! Who's everybody? The Keebler Elf? Like the Brady Bunch? Like who's everybody?
the weird thing is, a race car is much
Kit
more
from Knight Rider.
confined and closed in, and you have less mobility. But I'm
It's
fine.
vehicular madness.
your
It's where
Camry?
you thrive.
No, when I used to race Formula cars.
When I was a kid, and this is going to shock everyone here because I'm scared of almost everything. I was deathly afraid of I wouldn't go on them. I was like so scared. And we were at Disney in Orlando. I've never been to the one out here, East Coast, for life. What's up, Pete? But and so we went to Disney. I think I was probably like 7, so my sister was 4. And my dad was like getting so pissed at me that I wouldn't go on any of the rides. And he's like, "Oh, your sister's gonna watch this." So he's like, my sister went on Space Mountain. At
That's
like
a great ride.
4
man.
or 5
it
years
is so
old.
good.
She came off, and I go, "How was it?" She couldn't talk. Like for like 5 minutes, I couldn't say a word. But then finally,
Wait, 'cause she's terrified?
my dad grabbed my arm. And at that point in time, now he has a beard, but he had a stash, just the stash at that point. He grabbed he's like, "You're going on." And he took me on Thunder Mountain, which was like it's a pussy ride.
What
Yeah.
did the stash have to do with this story?
Just
how tough he looked.
painting the picture for those out there.
Was he like African American?
Yeah.
Or white?
My dad was black for a while. At that time, he
big
was
tits?
black. My he has a bit of a weight problem.
I feel like
no, I didn't mean it like that. I was just throwing it in the
I don't think he would appreciate that.
Will he email any pics?
Probably not. But so he's like, "You're going on this ride," and I cried the whole fucking line. I was like, "I don't want to do it."
It's like an hour. That's the longest
Yeah.
line in the park.
And I was like trying to get out, and I think my mom was like, "He doesn't want to go on, just leave him alone."
But did you like it after you did it?
And then once I did it, I was like,
Did you feel like you became a man?
I
that
love.
day?
Was that like your bar mitzvah?
Is no, and once
that
I did,
count?
ever since I love roller coasters. When I actually went to Six Flags the last time, somebody in here had to take a little break from the ride.
Can I explain though?
Wait,
let me
what?
explain. Okay, listen to this.
What, man? O'Neal, the ass kicker, had to take a break from the
Let
ride?
me tell you this. I just drove from Valparaiso, Indiana to Los Angeles 30 hours straight, then got home at 3 in the morning, then woke up at 7 and went to fucking Six Flags. I had not slept for 30 hours.
Six Flags does all the work for you. You just sit down.
Yeah,
and you
but
don't have
then
to drive anything.
but I was so out of it that I started getting like headaches and shit.
and nauseous.
But I still went on.
It was
yeah.
Batman the ride that really did him in.
If you've ever been on a long road trip and you're fatigued and then you wake up and then you go to amusement park,
Why didn't
you're
you?
probably
why did
not
you
going to make it.
Go. Why didn't you go another
Because
day?
just like I didn't give up on that fucking mountain that day.
yeah, but now you have a broken leg.
I never give up on an opportunity. And that day I had a headache for like 2 days straight.
Dude, he had a Hulk cock for the rides. Like, so you can get a Hulk cock for other stuff.
How about let me lighten the mood
This
here.
is why they
and
shit
show-
the bed. This is why you have a broken leg. This is why you have shrapnel in your back. This is why you got
Look,
sick.
there's a lot of stories about my Hulk dick and like me being aggressive. Let me tell you a lighter story about the time I proposed.
Can we keep some romantic, like maybe some Al Green or some?
Yeah, well, we'll just do it in our hearts. What do you,
So this is the story of a proposal I made to a woman, and
is this like on the internet, like catfish style,
No.
or like a real?
I lived with this chick for 5 years, and then she moved out, and then she broke up with me. And to get her back, I thought this would be great.
wait, no, you moved out from Indiana with this girl.
Yeah.
you lived here for 5 years in an apartment, right?
Yeah.
And then she moved out, but you weren't broken up. She moved out first, like
yeah,
like
and, but we weren't
separation,
broken
like a
up.
marriage.
Yeah, but the end was coming, and then one day
She moved pretty far away.
yeah, about 100 feet.
Oh, she moved to the same building.
The building that there was
A
4
nicer
buildings
building.
all the same, and she moved to the next
They're
door.
all
That's
like
awful.
connected by
That's
a
She'd rather
awful.
pay like $1,000 a month of rent than live with you.
So she
Piece of
breaks up
shit.
with me, and then the next day she's like seeing some guy who she was friends with, who obviously took advantage of the situation.
He was laying in wait.
So I was like, "Look, I don't have a lot of time. I got to do something to get her back." So I go, "Here's
He
what we
did,
do."
for the record, did not consult me on this.
at all, and none of it.
This all took place. I got the
Like
idea.
Ryan's head in a 30-hour time frame. When
As my mom would say, I get a lot of farts in my head, and this was one of the farts, and I acted on it as
Andrew,
soon as
Andrew
it
thinks
happened.
those smell delicious. By the way,
Hey, no.
get your finger
no.
out of his ear, Andrew.
Dan, no. Dan,
It's like a dog. Down, Daniel.
So what did
So
you do?
I go, this is like, she broke up with me, then she sees some guy. This is all in the span of like 3 days. So I go, look, I got to get her back. I'm going to go buy a ring and ask her to marry me.
Where did you buy the ring?
At Macy's.
How much?
It was like $15.
15?
Maybe 20. It was on sale. I think it was normally 30.
You didn't
then-
go to like Zales or
now,
somewhere shitty? Like
did you tell the Armenian lady who sold you the ring? You're like, I'm gonna propose with this baby.
No, because I was in
you
like,
should have.
I was in running shorts and I was all sweaty.
Were you next to an 11-year-old girl buying the same ring?
for her
That's it, dude.
for her American
That's
Girl doll.
perfect. That is perfect.
Wait, did you run to the place? Is that why you're sweaty? Because you're. So
I literally was like, I was riding my bike, and then I got this idea, and I had to hurry and get there. I didn't have time to change.
Did
And
you
you
already
said-
did you already go to Hot Topic and Claire's and saw that their selection was
Spencer's gift.
I
You think
saw,
rubber dog
I
shit
saw
would work?
other Dreamcatcher earrings were sold
the
out.
gumball machine that has the little eggs full of rings wasn't working?
Did you tell her
green
it was for
snots.
you were going to use it in a sketch later that night? It was a prop ring.
So I went and
Does
I
that even
bought
come
it.
with a case?
What did it
Yeah,
look
it came with a
like?
case. I don't know, it's pretty shitty.
You
but-
paid more for the case than the ring, then, dude.
I luckily I hoped that it was the right ring size. So then on the way home, I'm heading back to the apartment to go
I
propose.
guarantee it wasn't.
And I
She's fucking
call-
a guy in a car in front of the apartment.
I like call her mom, who's absolutely fucking
Oh,
nuts.
I didn't know the part of this.
I
part.
did. I go, oh, hey, so I'm going to ask your daughter to marry me. She's like, did you guys break up? I go, yeah, but I'm just asking your blessing because I knew that this would impress her if I did that. And she's like, well, okay. And I go, okay, thanks, bye. And I was like, I don't need, because I'm in a hurry here because I don't know even if my
Are you still gonna be-
ex-girlfriend's home.
Are you still in workout clothes and sweaty at this point?
Yes. I don't have time to change because I call her and she's like, well, I'm getting my
This is a
ex-girlfriend.
bad. You're making all the wrong moves, dude.
You're pulling a DeWitt, dude.
Sounds so ill-fated. It's like
I call my ex-girlfriend. I go, hey, do you have a second? She's like, well, I'm getting ready to go out to dinner with my friends. I was like, oh no, please, just give me like a couple of minutes of your time.
Oh, you're gonna do this on the phone, or you want to see her?
No, I just want to make sure she's home.
Do you think she had a date?
Who knows? Probably. So then I get her, and she's all dressed up like to go out.
Perfect.
But
man.
I can't just do it right here. So I live at the foot of Griffith Park, which is just a huge mountain in the middle of Los
Jesus
Angeles.
Christ. Of course.
So I go, hey, we should go walk to up this mountain, but she's in high heels and shit.
idiot.
But the sunset, I was like, I have to do something. I can't just.
How do you still work out there without just being in shame every time you walk by this mountain?
And she's going out. So like,
and she's bitching that her feet hurt and we're walking
she's
too
getting
far.
sweaty and her makeup's getting fucked
And
up.
Why did you just drive up there?
Because I thought it would be better to just talk.
She wouldn't get in the car. She probably thinks for kidnapping to kill her.
And it's only like a 10-minute walk.
This
in high heels.
This is Hulk penis, but it's Hulk romance. Like
Yeah.
you Hulk
Hulk penis
romance
romance,
this
yeah.
thing, dude.
I
This
think
is
we
the
see
Love
the common
Actually of-
theme is when O'Neill gets in his head, something's got to
He's
go
going
down.
to do it.
It's
It's
going to
going
go
to.
down.
So
The
we're-
ski jump, the proposal, the fucking.
And they all end bad. But I never regret anything because I go through with my plans. So we're walking up this steep fucking hill and she's sliding and she's like, I'm
Sweating.
not fucking doing this anymore.
Sweating her makeup
And she's like,
off.
my friends, I have to meet my friends for sushi. And I'm like, no, please, just a little further up.
So what is your demeanor? Are you being sincere? Are
Yeah,
you, are you
I'm
about to
being like
cry?
really
Are you being
sincere.
crazy?
Yeah, I'm like, this is in my head. In my head, I also have a big smile because I'm like, this is gonna blow her away. This is really gonna get her back.
What are you wearing?
Oh,
But
God.
he's wearing sweaty shorts that he already
Wearing
ran in.
my basketball shorts are like two sizes too big.
You also probably had fucking beat off stains all over him and shit. Like it's probably a mess.
And
'cause
I'm
you
just
broke
sweaty.
out.
Sweaty pits. And, just
And so
fucking-
I finally
Oh,
like
God.
she's like not gonna go any further, but we're up high enough. And you can kind of overlook some shit. So then I go down on one knee. And she's like, oh my God. And I pull the rig out, and people are walking by. And she's just like what the fuck is going on?
It looks like a homeless jogger is like proposing.
No, I can't handle this, dude.
People
So-
are walking
Oh,
by.
fuck.
I put the rig on, and I asked her.
It's daylight?
Yeah, and
It's
I
the
know the
sunset.
sun's setting.
Oh, jeez.
And so I asked her
fuck. I
if you'll
can't handle this. I can't
I
handle
asked
it.
her if she'll marry me, and she goes, well, let me take some time to think about it.
So did you put the ring on her finger?
I did
That's
put it on.
literally the
but
nicest
then she
thing
got
she could've
mad at me,
said.
and she goes, well, you can't put it on until I say yes. And people are literally walking by, and people are like, oh, my God. This guy's getting denied right here.
Oh,
So
if-
then
Oh,
she said,
fuck.
well, let me hold on to the ring.
So are you happy?
she takes
What
you to
was
a
your
jeweler
reaction?
and he's like, it's like worth negative.
Oh, so I'm like, good. It's not a no. But then she's like, look, I have to go. My friends are waiting for me. So then it was like this awkward walk
And then she probably
back.
talked about it
I
all
wish
night.
I wish I could have heard that conversation.
Yeah,
God.
I know.
Oh,
You can imagine
Jesus.
how I was fucking eviscerated in this thing.
At what
Oh.
point did you call me? Because I remember my reaction. I was like, "Are you out of your fucking mind?"
Did you get mad at him though? Like
yeah,
yell
I
at
just
him?
go, dude, not yell, but I go, dude, what? You're gonna fucking get married? You just broke up?
Yeah,
Like, what's
so
going
that-
on, man?
But
When
also,
she calls
but
me-
how he did it is so stupid too.
He didn't really tell me.
oh, he didn't, yeah, you didn't know. the
She
details.
calls me a week later and tells me no.
Well, then every day.
And then-
How'd she say it? How'd she say
Dude,
it?
did she keep that expensive
She
ring?
called me and she goes, so yeah, no, I'm not going to. And then she's like, but I'm going to keep the ring because it's a very thoughtful gesture. And I go, no, I'm getting the ring back. And she goes, no, I'm keeping it. So that this big battle ensued. And I finally got it back. And when I got it, I took it and I threw it up on the carport where we park our cars. And then later, somebody saw her up there digging through the rocks looking for her.
Because she thought it was like a good ring. Oh, fuck, man. You
She's
dodged
probably
the
gonna
bullet,
like try and
dude.
like sell that thing,
dude,
like pay for
looking
something.
back,
like,
I mean,
for
this was
surgery or
years
something.
ago, but looking back, I go, God, what a moron. But then I asked another girl to marry me while we were fucking, and
What?
that ended pretty poorly.
That
too.
was another one.
How,
that-
were
that-
you were you on top of this mountain at sunset?
No.
when you were fucking.
We had broken up.
I gotta fuck you up with this mountain.
We were broken up, and we got back to, and we were
Is this
having
here
like,
or back in?
yeah,
Indiana?
this is here, and we had some pretty good fucking going
Is
on.
that the chick
for
with the bombs?
Yeah, the big ass titties.
Yeah.
the really good
Who
looking.
probably listens to this?
Okay, good.
Good.
For her. Good for you.
And
What's
then-
up, Pete?
It came to the point we were fucking, and I kept telling her I'm going to give you a baby and stuff, and she was like into it. And then at one
Danny's just
time,
shaking his head. And
I
rolling
was
his
like,
eyes.
let's get married. And she's like, yes, let's get married. And then we're fucking. And then she's like, let's do it. Let's do do it like January 1st of that year.
This is what I
which is
told
like
them.
6 weeks away.
This is what I told them, dude. You can't do this to people because this chick probably really badly wants to get married.
I don't know. I don't know that though.
Anyway,
'Cause
when you blew your nut, you're like, oh, just kidding.
And then I
Like,
go, after I blew my nut, I go, what?
That's a whole cock. You're saying and doing things that aren't rational.
I said right as soon as I blew, I go, oh my God, what the fuck did I do? And then she's like, and so we can get married and like we can just elope and we don't need like
You're a
friends.
piece of
And I
shit,
go,
man.
Oh man.
I know that feel, bro.
Yeah.
I know that feel.
DeWitt
I
knows.
know that feel.
Some of our
man.
listeners will be able to attest to it. But then anyway, she was a huge cunt anyway, and she ended up breaking up with me, which was good.
Why? But why did she break up with you for no
Wait,
reason?
you been calling off the wedding? Break up.
Hold on,
Because
Jeff. Jeff, you know, she was
How?
Oh, I didn't like her.
Yeah,
Was she rude? Oh, she's rude to your boyfriend?
She was crazy.
Your life partner?
She was-
No, she wasn't rude to
nutty.
me. I just didn't get along.
I don't like the term when everyone's like, "Oh, she was crazy." She wasn't crazy. She
was mean.
She was mean and like very demanding.
Well, did she want to have a normal life, you mean? Or
yeah,
I
but
think-
I'm not. I don't take well to demands at all.
Also,
Hulk cock can't be told
also
to do
O'Neill
that.
couldn't come with her unless he was formalizing wedding plans.
Unless I had the invitation.
He's like,
Tasting wedding
tell us what kind of napkins you're gonna get. Tell us the color
You
of the
want a
napkins.
centerpiece
You want a
is gonna look
DJ?
like.
DJ or a band? Tell me. Oh, fuck.
I know that feel though, man.
Yeah,
Like,
and then she broke up with me, and then like 7 months or 8 months went by, and I hadn't had any contact with her, which was good because she dicked me over pretty hard. And then she called me up out of the blue all drunk, telling me all this shit about how she's still feeling. And I was like, this is kind of a dick move. So I told her, all right, let's give it one more shot. She had moved to the East Coast. I was like, I bought you an engagement ring this time for real. And then she got all excited. She's like, oh my God, you're going to come out. I was like, but I am seeing someone right now.
But you were like partially
What? You're like a
serious about that, weren't you?
psychological fucking.
No, I wasn't really going to
maniac.
marry her, but I was going to go there and fuck her, and she was fine with that.
When you bought a ring,
But then I told her,
An empty case.
but it is a
Surprise!
dick. It is a dick move.
syphilis.
It is a dick move to break up with someone. And then 8 months later, when you couldn't find anybody, you fucking call me back. So you deserve the engagement ring. False.
You never gonna fuck her though, right? You never fucked her again.
No, because then I was like, I'll have to fly to the East Coast, and then she had like a cabin in Maine we were gonna go to. But then I was like, you know what? It's not worth it. I'm fucking
What
a
is she?
chick
Is she
here.
a woodsman or something,
So-
or what the fuck?
No,
is...
she just has like a cabin at a lake.
now you guys don't
She's
understand that
survivalist?
feeling,
No.
though. Like,
Of what-
Sometimes you're so
Fake
into it, you're like,
proposal?
I'm gonna marry her, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna give her a kid. It's gonna be great.
dude. I remember in college I was banging this chick.
No,
one time that-
who has that feeling?
I did, man.
I know
What-
the feeling of fear at
yeah.
all times.
Like this is let
It's
me see-
passion,
Let me
dude.
describe this to you and you
You're
see
a
if it's the same
moron.
thing because I think it's the same
Okay,
thing.
let me have it.
I was banging this girl in college. I didn't know her that well. You know, I didn't know her
Did
that
you know
well.
how much poop was in her asshole at any given
Can this
moment?
be the last story? I have to pee. So
Okay,
bad
okay.
Right now.
Yes, it will.
Push
So,
the limit.
how we doing on
ETA.
time?
We got about.
This will take 2 seconds. Okay.
We need to do about 5 or 10 minutes.
What's up, Pete?
What up, Pete? So I was
okay.
fucking her, and
It hurts.
in the fucking, I was like, "Hey, this is weird, but like, what? Let's tell each other we love each other."
I understand that, dude.
You know,
I know what you're saying.
And like we were
Yeah.
like,
Did
we
you
were
mean it or
fucking.
not?
No, we didn't mean it. We just met.
But sometimes
you know?
you're so caught up in the passion that you're like,
and we were.
But
ju-
isn't
but
that
here's
just
the
a
deal.
voice in your head that you just leave in your head?
No, like when I said it out loud and she said it out loud, we came hard as
Yeah.
fuck. It was super
Yeah.
intense and super intimate.
Wait, you guys
dude.
came
real
at-
hardcore.
at fake love?
Yeah, because I was like, I love you. She's like, I love you, and we were just, it was like, and then it's like, I never like really fucking hung out with her again. It was just, well, and then afterwards, like after we
dude,
came,
sometimes
we were like,
it's just a passionate
like,
moment.
just for the record, she's like, just for the record, we're not like in love with each other already, right? And I was like, yeah, no, that was just.
But we are,
yeah.
though, right? I know what that's like. I once got a tattoo of a girl's name on my back, just for one of the.
While you're fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
You
giant
guys
one,
don't
too.
understand. You don't understand.
No, I think Dan
You
and I.
can't-
are
I've had a
similar.
lot of that where you're just like, it's in the moment, man. You get wrapped up.
No, I would understand that.
You know why?
more
Because
than-
we let our inhibitions
But the
fly
kid,
to
the
it.
kid
It is
thing's
what
a
it
weird
is.
thing. Like that's weird to me, dude. Like,
Really? It used to make me come pretty hard.
Really?
I'm gonna
That's
get you
just like-
pregnant, and she's like, "Yeah, get me
Yeah,
pregnant."
dude. And it makes the chicks are into it too, man.
Chicks
That-
are into it.
Anyone wondering how like the Maury Povich show is still on the fucking air? That's the goddamn reason, right
No,
there.
but like the chick could be on the pill or something, and you just say it,
And they'll
or
say,
she's not. Either way.
I have every
or you're
time I've
fucking her in the
said,
ass. You don't know how fucking pregnancy works.
every time it's been a little bit risky with a girl, and I'm like, and I go, I'm gonna fucking come in you, and
Yeah.
first she says, no, don't, and then she says, yeah,
Yeah, of
do
course,
it.
they all.
She said,
Yeah.
do it. She says, fucking do it.
Our friend John Little brought up a good point. He
That's
said,
how babies are made. Everything in her body is saying receive the sperm, and everything in your
Yes.
body is saying
Yes.
deliver the sperm. You
and
know,
John Little said, if I really want to push the sexual envelope, that I should date a pro-lifer and not wear condoms with her.
That's a good point. What's up, John? What's up, Pete? I have to pee, Dan. We
Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. All right, we'll wrap it up.
Sorry, everyone out there. I gotta
Hey,
pee.
well, we're going to record an episode right after this. We're going to do a bunch of shout-outs in the upcoming episode. Be sure to subscribe to us on iTunes. Leave us a 5-star ranking and a review. If you give us a 5-star ranking, subscribe, and write a review, send us an email at info@dorkexplosion.com, and we'll send you some free Boner City stickers. And like I said,
don't forget to keep those naked pics coming
Yeah.
to O'Neill the Ass
Yeah.
Kicker. That's O'Neill, O'Neill the Ass Kicker at yahoo.com.
and also like the new Boner City Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Boner City USA. Or is it Boner City USA or Boner City Podcast?
It's Boner City USA, but don't go with the one that has the exclamation point. that one's not
You'll
ours.
see the truck logo, and you'll see a bunch of our
is there a
fans
different
comedy.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, some other random.
He has an
one.
exclamation point after
I'm gonna
his.
fight that mayor.
Yeah,
Fuck
you're
that
gonna
guy.
fight that mayor, and then fucking O'Neill's gonna choke him to death with his fucking Hulk cock. So it'll be a win-win.
Hulk cock for life, bitches.
All right, thank you guys for listening. We'll talk to you next time.